You are now listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station bringing you the realest entertainment, information, music, lifestyle, and truth and comedy shows around. This is Let's Talk. I don't count likes, calories, or blessings. I don't dine with snakes or bite my tongue. It is what it is. I am what I am. I am your host, Tony Williams. Shout out to my new listeners and my On Ones Day Ones. Now, all information and resources on this show are based on the host unless they are the opinions of the host, unless otherwise noted. All information is intended to motivate, encourage, and inspire positive change and a healthier lifestyle. Now, this podcast contains some quotations, images, and excerpts from copyrighted material. These uses fall well within the copyright doctrine of fair use. Fair use refers to the right to reproduce, use, and or share. Now, this is a live broadcast. If you would like to contact me up here and be on the show, On One Radio's call-in number is 318-315-3971. Again, that number is 318-315-3971. Now, that call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. Your continued participation in the phone call serves as express consent to be monitored or recorded. Now, the topic of tonight's show, we have a few topics here. Now, Kid Rock closes his restaurant, his Detroit restaurant, and we'll talk about why. As well as prosecutors are asking the judge for basically leniency for the rapper 6ix9ine. So we've got a few things we're going to talk about tonight. So you know what? Let's go ahead and dive on in it. Now, this is a bit of celebrity news as well as an update for you, because if you were keeping up with the story that I did previously on the snitching rapper 6ix9ine, this is going to be an update for you. If not, you can go back and listen to that particular podcast if you choose and catch up and then be right back on time here. Now, and it's interesting because prosecutors really are asking judge to give 6ix9ine a lighter sentence. Now, federal prosecutors are apparently very grateful to 6ix9ine. And if you've been keeping up with the story, you know why. Because he gave them pretty much their whole entire case, basically. That's what it sums up to be. According to legal documents obtained by Complex, the U.S. Attorney in Southern District of New York has asked the judge to give the incarcerated rapper a reduced prison sentence. Feds reportedly credited 6ix9ine for helping prosecute a number of co-defendants, including Anthony Harvey Ellison and Aljamiah Nuke Mack, two suspected 9 Trey Bloods members who allegedly kidnapped him, 6ix9ine, in the summer of 2018. Now, prosecutors stated that the Brooklyn-born rapper's cooperation was incredibly significant and extremely useful in their case against Ellison and Mack, who were ultimately found guilty on racketeering charges. Now, Ellison claimed the kidnapping was nothing more than a publicity stunt orchestrated by 6ix9ine. Okay, so I gotta stop there for a second. Now, this case gets even weirder because the motives are changing. Everything is changing in this case. So, almost everyone is getting what they want besides the people that are getting snitched on. And that's going to end up being a problem if you're going to talk about the raw truth in it. They're not going to take this laying down. They're just not. And then he's spilling the beans on a group that he is allegedly supposed to be a member of. So how that part works, he's asking for trouble. Let's put it that way. And of course, they want to ask for leniency. He gave them their entire case. What more? I mean, they couldn't ask for more. They didn't even have to do their job like that. They didn't have to do very much. He did their job for them. Now, per the legal document, based in part on his information, the government was able to charge additional acts of violence and added the following individuals. Ellison for his involvement in non-trade RICO conspiracy, the July 22nd, 2018 kidnapping and assault with a dangerous weapon, and the October 24th, 2018 slashing of another individual in Brooklyn. Denard Butler, aka Drama, for his involvement in the non-trade RICO conspiracy and his participation in an April 3rd, 2018 armed robbery in Manhattan. Also, there's Kenyatta McKenzie, aka Kuda B, for his involvement in a June 2nd, 2018 shooting at the W Hotel in Times Square, and Aljamiah Mack, aka Nuke, for his involvement in non-trade RICO conspiracy. Now, that's a lot of information. That's a lot of work that they didn't have to do because, like I said, he solved their case for them. He just handed it to them. And of course, in exchange, if you snitch, everyone knows you're going to get some leniency because you snitched. Now, like I say, this story just gets worse because now they're praising him for his snitching, basically. Prosecutors also said 6ix9ine provided useful insight into the inner workings of the Nine Trey Bloods street gang, which he allegedly joined in 2017. He reportedly identified key members of the gang and described crimes he had either witnessed, participated in, or heard about from fellow non-Trey members. This motherfucker up there just running his goddamn mouth. He telling everything. He probably telling shit that he don't even know. He could be telling a lie that somebody told him just because that person didn't trust him to tell him the truth. I mean, it's a lot of fuck shit here. Let's be real about it. But all in all, if a gang is supposed to be a family, you are supposed to have their back. You're not supposed to be running your mouth. You're not supposed to be, going to that extent. Now, if we're going by the book, by the letter of the law, you should have never been in that gang to begin with because you finna have to tell or do the time. Now, most would say, okay, just shut up and do the time. Well, this kid here is not going down by himself. He is bringing down everybody with him. Now, like I stated before on the last report, I did say that he threw quite a few people up under the bus then. Now, I didn't see those names in this report, but I'm sure that there will be more reports that are going to be coming out shortly because it just gets deeper. Now, during proffers with the government, the defendant provided information in a timely fashion, allowing the government to investigate and charge additional crimes and defendants. The document read, absent the defendant's cooperation, the government would not have been able to charge Denard Butler, Kenyatta McKenzie, Ellison, or Mack in the racketeering conspiracy and crimes in furtherance of the Nine Trey racketeering conspiracy. Finally, the defendant's timely assistance allowed the government to prepare for trial and pursue depositions, ultimately resulting in convictions for all defendants. Now, feds also, and this is kind of bad when you got the feds, giving you acknowledgments like that based off, this here messy situation. Yeah. Now, they also acknowledge that 6ix9ine's cooperation has put his life at risk, which is why he and his family will be forced to take extra safety precautions to avoid violent retaliation. Now, I kind of said that earlier, too, because the people that you ratting on, they're not going to take this lying down. They're just not going to do it. Now, the 23-year-old rapper has remained behind bars since November of 2018, when he was arrested for a slew of criminal charges in connection to the Nine Trey Bloods. Earlier this year, he pled guilty to 9 counts of racketeering. Pardon me. 9 counts of racketeering, firearms offenses, and drug trafficking, which carried a minimum sentence of 47 years in prison. 6ix9ine will be sentenced on December 18th. So we're going to have some more information to go, because I feel like he's not done snitching. He's fitting to continue to sing like a damn bird. He's a caged bird, and he's singing. And that's just what that is. He just up there, just his little yellow ass just up there just singing. You know, that's just what it is. But we're going to get further information on this. And when I do, I will definitely let you all know what's going on with it. So we're gonna follow that story further. We're gonna put that over in that category, because we're not more than likely we'll be back to that story. Okay, so moving along. Now it was reported that Kid Rock closed his Detroit restaurant. And of course, off the top, you're wondering, now, why would he do that? That's money. Because some people are going to be thinking, first of all, that's money, that's time, that's effort. So why? What was it that made you? Are you in trouble with the food service industry? You know, did somebody get sick? You know, what is the deal? Now, it turns out Kid Rock closes a Detroit restaurant following Oprah rant and racism accusations. But it still unnerves me, because it's like, okay, you're going to close because of those accusations or because they're true? Because if they're accusations and they have no merit, you wouldn't close your restaurant. I just don't see that happening. Because, I mean, that's your reputation. That's your business. It's your ROI. You know, it's everything that goes into that honeypot to live comfortable off of. So why would it really matter if someone said it? What matters is if it's true or not. So his actions kind of got me tilting toward Kid Rock. Are you guilty of racism? Don't be. Because I like you. I like your music. I really do. Now, Kid Rock has started distancing himself from his hometown. Now, on Wednesday, the owners of Little Caesars Arena confirmed that Kid Rock will not renew his leasing agreement to house his Made in Detroit restaurant in the stadium. The group president of sports and entertainment for Ilitch Holdings, Chris Granger, said Rock voluntarily decided to move on, but the company promotes an environment that is open, inviting, inclusive, and respectful to all. Well, that sounds wonderful. It comes on the heels of Rock's recent profanity-laced rant. Now, that kind of becomes the issue. Now, last week, he was at his very own Kids Rock Big Ass Honky Tonk Rock and Roll Steakhouse in Nashville when he decided to project his disdain for Oprah Winfrey, Joy Behar, and Kathy Lee Gifford. Although he repeatedly said he's not racist for hating on these individuals, many people in the crowd took offense to Rock's antics. This led Michigan National Action Network, NAN for short, to organize a protest and press conference in front of Rock's restaurant. Yeah, see, that begins to get dicey, right? The entertainer referenced NAN when announcing that he's closing his restaurant. Now, he did post on Facebook that He will not be renewing his licensing agreement for his Made in Detroit restaurant this April. He appreciates all who have patronized our place and still have much love for the city of Detroit and the people. Organizations that I have helped there for years, black, white, whatever. But learning long ago, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. I guess the millions of dollars I pumped into that town was not enough. I will let the NAN network and others go ahead and take the wheel. Okay, now see, that wasn't too bad. I mean, it could have been worse, but it wasn't that bad. Now, it went on to say, I appreciate all who have patronized our place and still have much love of the city of Detroit, the people, organizations. You know, it's standard. You know, it's really standard. It's like damage control, basically. So, yeah, okay. It walks that fine line, and he doesn't say anything really that does any major damage. But the part that he feels like he's not appreciated in his hometown, that he has pumped so much money into the town that he's from, so he's not feeling very welcome or celebrated there. So, you know, maybe he's not getting the attention he feels that he deserves. You know, we don't know. But the thing is, still, how and why give up so easily? Has it been going on that long, or what's the deal? Now, he then went on to combat claims that he's a racist by saying, I may be guilty of being a loudmouth jerk at times, but trying to label me racist is a joke, and actually only does a disservice to the black community, which I have supported my entire life. By trying to alienate myself and many others, Rock said before directly addressing NAN's founder, Al Sharpton. P.S. Hey, Al Sharpton, you or your cronies will never beat me, you tax-evading, race-baiting clown. And he goes on further to say, Trump 2020, to exclamation marks. He's shouting it. Okay, so with that being said, it's hard to say because there's racial undertones, there is picking, there is some pettiness going on, and there are definitely some issues there. I can say that. Now, he also tweeted, you haters better be shaking in your boots. To my supporters and fans, I will not let you down. I guarantee it will be my best record and tour ever. Devil Without a Cause, Kid Rock. Okay, so he's promoting, his next album. Nothing is going on. But it's interesting, he's throwing shade about people evading taxes, which is going to make me go look at Al Sharpton now and see. Got to have those receipts now. So I'm going to go check on that aspect of it and get back to... I'll definitely have an update for this one as well. Now, although Rock contributes to several charities in the city, the closing of his restaurant further widens the gap between himself and Detroit. According to the Detroit Free Press, Rock spends most of his time in Nashville. He sold one of his Detroit homes this summer and dismantled the recording studio that is on his other local property. So yeah, it really sounds like he's distancing himself. The motive behind the distance, is it racially charged? Is it not enough attention? Is it, it could be several things. Because you're dealing with money, and then you got Oprah up there ranting and carrying on apparently about it. And so, of course, she's going to kick up some dust about it. I mean, true enough, there are some racial undertones in there. But the bad part about it is, or should I say the good part about it is, that's why we have free speech. Now, I don't condone anyone racially profiling harassing or, being evil toward anyone based on their flesh tone. But it's just, this case is very interesting, and I feel as though there is some information missing from this. Like, there's something much deeper, and like many incidents and stories, more information tends to come out as time goes on. So like I say, for this case as well, I'll probably end up having to do an update on this, because there's some more to this story. I know there is. What do you guys think? How do y'all feel about that? Is it, he just doesn't feel appreciated, or is he just looking for a change? What do you guys think? Let me know. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for listening and watching. Hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can keep up with the latest content that comes out. If you're listening on any of the podcast sites and or apps, thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here, and I really appreciate it. So if at any time you guys have anything you want to say, you guys can come on over onto Spreaker and get on the show, in the show's chat. You can email me at on1radiotalk@gmail.com. There's ways you guys can keep up with the show and what's going on. If you have not already liked and followed on social media sites, please do. Share, tell your friends, share the news. We might be talking about something that you want to talk about, and when that happens, give us a call. And let's talk about it. Yes, let's talk about it. Because here at, on One Radio, it is about the raw, uncut truth. That means so much more now than anything else. That's something that you can actually trust more than taking your money to the bank. It's not sugar-coated. The information is what it is. I put my opinions in there, true enough. But hey, opinions are like an asshole, and everyone does have one. And we do have free speech, so there's that as well. But yes, thank you all. Thank you all. And big shout out to my YouTube family. Check out On One's Day One's private face group over on Facebook. And while you're there, be sure to like and follow On One Radio's Facebook page. And if you're looking for my YouTube channel, it is Tony On One. Thank you for your continued support and listening. Until next time, you have been listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. And this has been Let's Talk with Tony Williams. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my talk show podcast. I wish you the best, and don't allow anybody to fuck up your vibes. Till next time, be good, happy, and have a great night. Oh, and before I forget, know an artistic mind who deserves a little bit of podcast love and talent recognition? Email me here at on1radiotalk@gmail.com. Place it to the attention of Artist Highlights. If you've got some BS that you want to submit for the BS of the day to be read live on air, email on1radiotalk@gmail.com. Set it to the attention of BS of the day.